down. At the end, we're gonna have like a mastermind and just be ready to ask questions, right? Like, feel free. Cool. Let me turn off the music and actually get started and get into it. I hope everyone's blessed on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? I hope everyone's in good spirit and in good energy. And one reason for me to start these calls is literally because I feel like we all need to be more self-confident and more like in love with ourselves, right? Just to be successful in general and have a happy life. So yeah, like last week we went over, the first steps you can take for your self-love journey, which was mostly digging deeper and finding the reason why you're unhappy with yourself or why you want to change something about yourself, right? The episode is actually on YouTube, so you can always check it out. I'm going to literally be uploading the recordings all the time, so that's a dope thing. Yeah, like the main thing I want to go over today is literally success is 99% spiritual and 1% physical, right? Which is the reason why I'm so, like, even before this business or people that are in the business, before this, I was already a spiritual person, very much into it, because I noticed that the more you are aware of things that are going on in the world, the more you can achieve, right? Because you're more sure of yourself. So with that being said, we're going to get into like the spirituality a bit today. I don't want to do too much because I know everyone's on different levels, right? And I've been spending my time with that topic probably since I was like born, because that's just the way my family is. So I'm trying to like go step by step for people to be easing into it, right? The first thing I want to do or talk about is literally to stay in gratitude at all times, okay? Because gratitude connects you to the source where all good things originate from. That's literally the reason why you have to wake up and give thanks. Doesn't matter if you don't believe in God. You just need to be grateful for where you are right now. And generally with the spirituality and like, law of attraction and things like this, for basic understanding, for people that are actually new to this, I would recommend you to watch or read The Secret, okay? So it's a movie or a book. Literally because you're going to understand, okay, cool, like what is Naomi actually talking about? What's going on in her head? And that's simply because the secret is the feeling, all right? To feel better or to be better as a person or wanting to be better, you have to feel better already. You have to feel like that person, which is also like a point of law of attraction, okay? So with the law of attraction, to break it down very short, we only want to give attention to the things that you like, okay? And that's literally because putting attention on something is literally an invitation for it to come into your reality. So that is probably the reason why a lot of people, have struggles with different things, because it's like, let's say, for example, you're unhappy with your body, right? You're going to focus on what exactly you hate and all these things, and you're literally going to have that constantly in your mind. What you should be doing is, visualizing how you want to look, how you want to feel within yourself, or what things you want to wear, or what things you want to do, right? You need to literally attract what you want. Also with money, it's the same thing. If you're thinking about the lack of money, literally the whole time you're constantly thinking about the lack of money, there's literally not going to be any money flowing to you, right? Everything is energy, guys. So you need to stay in good energies. Also, attention goes where energy flows. That's literally like the shortest point to break it down. Attention goes where energy flows, okay? And also, with that being said, I want you guys to envision the person you want to be, okay? Envision the person you want to be. That was one of my first steps to actually finding myself more, finding the person that I want to become more, right? Because literally, you have to start seeing the person and you have to start feeling like it. So when I say feeling like it, if, for example, what I did with my fitness journey, for example, I envisioned the body I wanted to have, or like a similar kind of body type or whatever, and that's how I would have to feel. So I'm in my body, I'm already feeling like, okay, cool, I accomplished this, right? I've already done this, like I'm already there. And also you have to start to act like it. So if you want to be like a successful singer or a successful entrepreneur, a successful business owner, you have to move like that. You have to carry yourself like that. Because that's when universe is going to be like, and even God, it doesn't matter what you believe in, guys. That's just one thing I want to say. But anything that you believe in is going to see that and get that frequency of you, get that energy of you and be like, okay, cool. Like, this person's on their shit. That's the same thing as when people say, fake it till you make it. I'd rather say faith it till you make it, because it's like, it gives you more of a, belief in yourself. It gives you more of literally not faking it and just being that person already. And that's how it's literally automatically going to come to you, right? Another thing I want you guys to, literally dive deep in with it yourself. When you envision the person you want to be, you need to know what makes you happy. Like, what are your passions? Okay, what, like, For me, obviously, you guys know that, like, if you have been on my Instagram or if you know me as a person, cool, it's definitely dancing and so on and so forth. But what does literally make you happy? For other people, it might be helping each other. It might be singing, it might be acting, it might be modeling, it might be doing makeup. You know, we all have different things that make us happy and different purposes in this life. So ask yourself, okay, cool, like, what actually makes me happy, right? So then the company you keep will help you find your purpose. So whether you're in my team, you know, then you actually already know, okay, cool, like, this team is helping me find literally what I want to do in life. It's more of finding myself. But if now you're doing something else, then make sure the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you call every day, the people that you talk to and link up with are people that you can envision to have in your life for the next 10 years, because you know that they're on job, okay? Like, literally, the company you keep is very, very important, because that will help you to find your purpose. Like, I have a lot of people that I talk to, and sometimes they tell me some stories about, you know, they're not really feeling happy and whatever, and they have no one to talk to, and their friends are not really supportive. And I'm like, at the end of the day, that's not really a friend. Like, why are you around people that make you feel shit about yourself? That doesn't make any sense to me, right? And also, another question you could ask yourself is, would you date yourself? And that is a random question, but the reason why I ask you this is because self-love will also make sure that you attract the right partner to you, right? Whether it be friendship, business, relationship, okay, any type of relationship. You want to think, would I want to chill with myself? Would I want to do business with myself? Would I want to date myself? And if not, then you know what to work on. You know what I'm saying? You literally know what to work on. And one major thing is your new life is going to cost you your old one, okay? So if you're literally on this call and you're trying to be more self-confident, be more self-aware, be more in love with yourself, you need to let go of, like, bad habits, guys. Because, like, your new life is going to cost you your old one. And that's what you need to understand. A lot of people are scared to change, right? But decision making and change is literally the first step you have to take. Okay? So decisions usually come after a disgust. Okay? With that being said, you need to be so disgusted with your situation, right? You need to be so fed up and, like, over your own shit, basically, that you want to change. That's the only time it's going to happen. Like, if we go back now to my, like, weight loss journey, I was so unhappy that I was just, like, fed up. Like, I couldn't do it no more. Like, every day I would be feeling shit about myself. Like, that's not meant to happen, right? That's not life. You're not here to feel shit about yourself, guys. But you need to get to that point where you're literally like, yo, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. And then that's when you're going to literally make a change, okay? So the reason why we don't have what we desire is literally laziness. I was talking to someone earlier, guys. And she was responding to something on my story where I said, like, goal setting on, are you consistent, right? I was saying, are you consistent? And she was like, I am, but then my fear pops up and I have lack of confidence. And I was just like, you already have the awareness, right? You're already aware of that. So why don't you just step into that zone of being aware of what you're doing wrong? Because you simply know your mistakes. A lot of people I talk to that have struggles with certain things, when I talk to them, they be telling me literally what they're doing wrong. And I'm like, you're already aware of what is going wrong here. That's the best part, right? Being aware, guys, that's the first step to changing. And all of you guys on this call are literally aware, because you're like, yo, let me look at this call or let me see what she's saying. You are aware and you are here. So the next thing you have to do is be consistent. Okay, with the things that I told you last week, for example, you know, saying affirmations to yourself, journaling, looking at yourself in the mirror, anything that's going to make you feel better, be consistent with it. And I haven't followed up with people that were on the call last week, right? But if you want to really change, then you're going to take some of these gems and be consistent with that. You're going to actively make the decision. Even as I said, envision the person you want to become, right? You're going to do that every day. These things you have to do every day. When I was working out every day, I was literally not seeing the body that I have or that I had, right? I was seeing the body I want to have. So that's why in gyms, there's even a lot of mirrors there, right? Because you have to be aware of what journey you're on, okay? Then you have to take yourself serious in order to make a decision. Like, once you make that decision, you have to take yourself serious. There's so many people that literally I talk to that come into this business and they're like, yeah, I want to do this and that. This is my goal. Okay, let's go. Da, 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 da. And then after like 3 days, you're stopping. Like the energy's gone, right? And I'm just like, what's Why? Like, why? And I would ask them sometimes, and they'd be like, yeah, I don't know, like, I just have doubts, and I just can't take myself serious. Take yourself serious. Like, how do you expect to grow and actually be the person you want to be when you can't take yourself serious? Who else is going to take you serious? Like, literally, when it comes down to business, y'all want to be chairman or y'all want to be whatever, like, take yourself serious. You want to be master trader, you want to be a professional dancer, you want to be a singer, you want to be an actor, like, take yourself serious. There's literally no point in wasting your own time, right? Because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to do that? They're going to be like, yo, he's a joke, she's a joke. Like, you don't want to be a fucking joke no more, right? That's why you need to actually be consistent and do that. And then also make choices based on your future, okay? So this is like an easy example, is always fitness, right? If you want to lose weight, you're obviously going to make the choices to eat healthier. But then it comes to these little triggering moments where you're like, I really want a piece of cake, or I really don't want to work out today. That's when you literally have to make the choices based on the person you want to become, right? The person you already envisioned you are. Because that's when your brain is going to start being like, you know what, like, actually, I don't want this piece of cake because my future self or the best version of myself would not be doing that. Okay, so in business, guys, do your presentations, talk to people, learn what you need to learn when it comes to trading, right? Go to the gym, work out. There's no excuses no more, right? So what your goal has to be is growth. This is a journey. I did say this. You're not going to love yourself literally overnight. That's really not how it works, because it's kind of tough, right? So your goal needs to be growth. Your goal needs to be progress, right? Because that's when you're going to fall in love with the journey. That's when you're going to, like, be open about it and be proud of yourself for actually taking the initiative to change something. Because you have to see, growth is painful, okay? But staying the same is way more painful. Like, I was in a depressive state when I had my eating disorder, and I was crying every single day. That was way more painful than doing a workout every day and reading a book. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys have to find a difference between what you really want. Because if you're really in pain, if you're really in that mindset where, like, yo, I'm trying to, like, I need to change because I'm going to do some dumb shit, or I'm not going to find the light in the life. That's when you're going to understand. You're going to be like, yo, okay, this pain is deeper than anything else. And you have to get used to pain. You have to get used to something that's uncomfortable, but that's fine, right? It's going to get you where you want to get. To literally that person where you're like, I'm so proud of myself for doing this. You know, and it's going to come in the moments where you least expect it, where people even going to tell you, I'm so proud of you. And you're like, damn, like, that hit my heart, right? That's because you took the initiative to do something yourself, right? Also, you can't be scared of coming out of your comfort zone. Oh my God, this is like the main topic. And this is so cliche because everyone hears it everywhere. Step out of your comfort zone, but really do it. The comfort zone is the most beautiful place. Like, I fell in love with literally becoming uncomfortable and then growing through that, right? I even posted like a video on YouTube about growing pains or growing through pain, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you need to become comfortable being uncomfortable, basically. If there's any performers in here, I'm pretty sure you heard that before. Acting school, dancing, all of that stuff. If you're in business, you heard that before, because you need to learn a new skill set, right? You need to level up. Get out of your comfort zone, because if you don't take risks, there will be no rewards. That's really all it is, guys. You need to take risks. Like, so many people are like, oh, but I'm scared. How do you expect something to change if you're always in the same place? If you're literally doing the same thing every day, how are you going to really find yourself and really fall in love with yourself? How? Because there's nothing. You're literally putting yourself into a box. You're not even looking at yourself. You're not even taking yourself in, right? So we want to get out of the quicksand, okay? How we get out of the quicksand is basically you make yourself feel light like a feather and you stay elevated. And the step to do that is basically cut off all dead weight. So with that being said, this could be people, right? This could be people, and it's gonna be painful. But as I said, what's more painful, staying in the same position or moving to something better, right? You need to cut out the people that are bringing you down, the people that are telling you you're not good enough, or the people that make you feel like you're not good enough. This is the reason why people stay in toxic relationships for too long. It's not good for you. And that person's really not like the one for you. You need to feel light like a feather. You want to wake up and be happy, right? You want to wake up, as I said, and be grateful every day. So now that you cut off all the dead weight, you're going to feel elevated. You're going to feel light. And you're going to be ready to change. Because then your mind is already like, yo, like, let's get it. Like, I'm so excited for change. You know what I'm saying? The next thing I'm going to get into is focus on the present. The now, okay? Because literally the only thing we actually have control over is the present moment. You made a good decision to literally be on this call and listen to what I'm saying. Because that's you, first of all, taking initiative, making a decision, and sticking to it. You're making sure that, okay, I'm going to learn something new this week and I'm going to like make sure that I apply it. Even the notes you're taking right now, make sure that you go over them again in your own time, right? Because there might be different things that you're going to pick up. So focus on the present, because the more you give, the more you receive, okay? And I think we can only really give something if we're in the present moment. Let's say, for example, a relationship, right? At the beginning, it's like so nice. Everyone's happy. Like, oh my God, I love this guy. I love this girl, whatever. Everything is good, right? Then once you get used to each other, there's times when a lot of relationships will break simply because you're not in the present no more. You think about what used to be like the best thing that happened to you, or you think about, marriage, or you're thinking about a breakup, right? Instead of being there in the present moment and actually appreciating this moment and that the person is still with you. And trust me, that is literally one of the main reasons why relationships don't work. Because what we do nowadays is distract ourselves way too much, okay? And that's an issue. That's an issue with finding really what you want to do. That's an issue with finding yourself. Because if you always distract yourself looking at social media here and there, you're not going to know who you are, okay? That's why a lot of people say, social media and the internet can bring depression. But for me, it's like, I think it's a great tool. It's amazing. Like right now we're on lockdown and we can still be in contact, right? You guys need to see it that way. See the positive things, but then also realize, okay, cool. If you're a person that gets sucked in to other people's lives, then step back and be like, okay, what am I doing right now, right? People would binge watch on Netflix. Like, obviously me, I've binge watched before. Like, I love watching stuff. But then at some point, you have to step back and be like, yo, okay, like, how long have I actually been sitting here right now and just watching this series? Like, does it make me feel better? Did it do anything for me? At least I went to acting school and I still want to act, right? So I still look at the skill set. But I know some people are just on, what's it called? Autopilot, and they just be there like zoned out. They don't know what's going on, right? I've seen that plenty of times before. And then I just, you have to snap yourself back and be like, yo, I'm here right now. Okay, cool. Also, but the reason why I say give more, because the more you receive, is literally because it's going to attract abundance. So give out love, give out love, give out support. So many people are hating on each other, like, and I have people on Instagram looking right now, whether it be that you're a musician and no one's listening to your music, whether it be that you're in the business and no one's joining the business, but you can't pressure people, right? Give out love and you will receive that. But the intention behind your giving is very, very important, okay? I want to just make that clear. The intention needs to come from making both sides happy, not just yourself, making the other person happy. Like, if you're a helpful person, you're probably used to this because you're like, yeah, I like to help people because it makes them feel good and it makes me feel good, right? Always have an intention behind your giving, guys. Because if it's out of like a bad place or like bad energy, it's really not going to do anything for you. And also what you need to realize with giving, it might not come back to you right away, okay? It might even come back to you in generations. For your grandchildren to have a good life, for your grandchildren to have the fulfillment and be that person that you envision to be. Because think of our ancestors. They've been through a lot of stuff, right? Let's think about wars. Like, people died in wars. But there's things that we have because of that. Things that are easier for us because our ancestors went through that, okay? So don't always just think about yourself and be like, yo, like, I'm just doing this to get me up there. Like, you're not going to get up there if you're really just selfish. You're not going to get, or you're going to get up there and then have like a spiral down, bro. That's not, we don't want that, right? We want to be in good intentions and good energy around good people. And also one major thing, which I heard that before in a call and I think it was amazing because the person said giving does not show weakness, okay? Giving does not show weakness. To any guys, if there's any guys on here, it's not bad to show love. Like, what's up? Like, I know we all trying to be the tough person, like, because that's what's cool nowadays, be the cold person without a heart, I don't care, all of these things. But giving is not weak, okay? It's not weak. It's actually very strong, because it shows that you have good intentions and you care then more about yourself, okay? And that's the person you want to be, right? That's the person you want to be, because that's also going to show you, okay, cool, like, I can't just be self-centered. Like, this self-love and self-confidence that you are going to, develop, it's going to also come from being around the right people and attracting the right people to you. It can't just be yourself, because, like, we want to be confident, right? But we don't want to be arrogant, right? Because you know how it is. Like, sometimes you meet someone, like, that person really thinks they're too nice, isn't it? Like, you think you're too nice, bro. I don't like you. And that person has a lot of self-confidence. But you don't want to be like that. You want to be, like, with open arms where people are like, yo, this person's cool. Like, she's confident. And then you get your own stuff done, you know what I'm saying? And one other thing now, getting more into spirituality, is literally that we are spiritual beings, right? Living a physical experience, okay? We are spiritual beings living a physical experience. And it doesn't matter what you believe in, because I actually believe in God too. If someone thinks I'm just like the universe gal, like, no, I believe in both, okay? But you have to understand that God, look at the universe. This is not the only planet, right? This is not the only planet. So that in itself should already show you, okay, cool, there's other stuff out there, right? Okay, cool. If you want to go deep into it, look at quantum physics. It's going to talk to you about dimensions, all that stuff. Like, I'll read all that stuff because it's just interesting to me. But right now, your spirit, your being, okay, your soul is in this body. Like, this is my body right now. Cool. Accept it. That's literally what you have to accept. Your soul is more than that. There's way more to you than just your body. And I think that's the issue that we all face day to day right now, especially with social media, because everyone's just so focused on looks and, materialistic stuff. But you have way more to yourself than just this outer being. Like, that's why sometimes I wonder, how is life for a blind person, right? Because they really, really, really connect to someone, whether it be their tone of voice, whether it be their energy that they feel when they're around them, or things that they talk about. Literally, they fall in love with the mind of a person, which is beautiful. Because, like, I can't even lie. Like, if I would meet someone, right, I need to be attracted to you in any, like, some type of way. Even if it's a friend, I still need to be like, okay, cool, like, I can chill with her. Like, if that's not the case, then that's already the first barrier that we have, right? But we need to remember there's way more to that. There's way more to that. Your soul and your being, okay? And that's actually the only thing you really need. What's already inside of you guys. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said last week. That's what I said this week. You need to dig deeper and really find what's within you. It's not about this. Like, it's really not. Like, this is like what we can, design and make look nice and all that stuff. But find your true nature beyond name and form. And this was a gem that literally blew my mind, okay? So I was on a call. We were talking about this. And we are actually our spirits, right? So let's say a baby. A baby is born and it doesn't have a name, okay? So we always call this baby. So let's say you have a baby or you have a niece, baby cousin, whatever. At the beginning, you tell them your name. So let's say her name is Sarah, okay? You call her Sarah, Sarah. She's not responding. She doesn't know that's her name, right? The soul doesn't know that is her name in this physical experience. So then eventually she starts to react because she notices they always say Sarah, and I think I'm the only one in the room. Like, I'm the only one present. Or you're holding her and you're like, Sarah, Sarah. So she is going to notice, okay, cool, this is something to do with me. Until then, eventually she's going to respond to the name. So now when she gets older, you're going to say Sarah, and she's going to turn around and look at you. Right? But that was because we programmed this baby to understand that her name is Sarah. And that already shows you guys that we are way more than what we think we are. Like, I'm Naomi. Okay, cool, that's my name. But what exactly is there more to me? Like, and I hope you understand this. I hope this didn't go over your heads, okay? Because when I heard this, I was like, damn, that's deep. That is deep. Because after like a month or 2 months, the baby's going to respond and be like, oh, my name is Sarah. So yeah, let me turn around. Or let me walk to her if she calls Sarah. But before that, she didn't react. She was playing or looking at the trees or doing something. Like, that's not me. I don't know what that is, right? So that's where you can already understand and find that, yeah, we are more than just literally the physical. Goes way deeper, okay? So your being is like what is inside of you. And the being you can only find when your mind is still, okay? When your mind is still. This is literally the reason why a lot of people meditate and do things that calm down their mind, okay? Because we need that in order to find what really and truly matters to us, or what we think about in the moment. And when you are present and your attention is fully in the now, that's when your being can be felt. Okay, that's why I keep saying law of attraction, and make sure you know where your attention is going. Okay? Because some people, they have things going on. It's just like, they don't know what to do. And I'm like, what? You should know what you want to do. Like, instead of calling up 15 numbers and asking all your friends, asking your mom, cousin, dad, uncle, what you want to do, can you just sit still for half an hour and then you're going to know what you want to do? Like that, it's really that easy. You need to be present and your attention needs to be fully in the now. That's when your being can be felt, okay? Because the thing is with thinking, it has actually become a disease. And I'm gonna explain why. And this is actually, if anyone's interested in like a guide into like spiritual enlightenment, I would really recommend this book, The Power of Now. Just so you guys know, this like literally gems are in here, right? This is if you really want to go deep. So after you watch or read The Secret, you can go into stuff like this. If you're literally at the beginner level of like, oh, okay, I don't know, watch The Secret. That's already going to open your mind and be like, okay, this is like a nice, easy way into it. And basically why I'm saying thinking has become a disease. A disease is something that happens when things get out of balance, okay? When things get out of balance, that's when a disease happens. So the thing is, we don't really use our minds wrongly. We actually don't use them at all. The reason why I'm saying that is because your mind uses you. Okay, and that's literally the disease. Because we believe that we are our mind, okay? Most of us believe that our mind is literally me. What my mind says to me is what's right. And that's the reason why you're lacking self-love and self-confidence. Because your mind is telling you you can't do this. Your mind is telling you you're ugly. Your mind is telling you a lot of negative stuff. But that is not true. Okay, so we need to find a switch where it's like, yo, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I really take over and control my thoughts, so to say? And I want to ask you guys, can you be free of your mind when you want to be? Do you have like an off button or like an off switch? And if you say no, then that's something you can work on, right? This is finding inner peace, that you are in control. That's why people do mindfulness. Like when I went to a mindfulness course, we did breathing exercises, right? And we had the challenge to ask ourselves literally at least 2 times a day, how do I feel right now? And that's because you need to be still in order to hear your being, remember? So sometimes when you feel like uncertain of things, I want you guys to literally just step back and be like, okay, let me just get out of all of this mess, right? Especially if you live in a city, it's busy. London is very, very busy. Extremely busy. And there's such a struggle for a lot of people to actually know what's going on within them. So take that moment, take like a minute and be like, okay, cool. Like, how am I feeling right now? Yeah? That's when you're probably going to hear it. That's when you are in control of, okay, your outcome. So, and that's literally the reason how I overcame my eating disorder, guys. Because as an eating disorder that I had, basically what it was binge eating. So you would eat a lot of stuff at the same time and you can't stop, okay? You're trying to stop your body. You will literally have a conflict within yourself. And that was like the worst thing that I've ever felt. Because it's like, you want to stop, but you can't. You physically can't. And then I read a book about it and stuff like that. And it all has to do with your mind, right? Because you feel like you're not in control, when in reality you are. And the book that I bought, I read like 2 chapters, I think. Or 1. And after that, I never had a binge eating attack again in my life. Because I understood. I was like, damn, I really just gave into this little devil telling me to do this. When really I could have just acknowledged the feeling, acknowledged the thought, and then be like, I'm not going to do that. Alright? That's why people go to like their therapists and stuff. Because we need to talk. We need to think about, okay, cool, like what should I do? What do I need to do But then you also need to realize thoughts are just something that runs through your brain all the time, okay? That's like dreams. Sometimes dreams don't make any sense. Or they're very negative, or they're very extreme, right? And you're going to be like, this is like weird, like. But that's just what the brain does. There's a lot of things that we hear, see, take in. But it doesn't mean that it forms you. It doesn't mean that this is actually what you want to do, okay? So like, yeah, just be in control of your thoughts, and you can do this. Yes, it's going to take some time, but you are able to do this, okay? We all can do this. So how to have the power to actually control your thoughts and therefore your outcome? We all need to understand that worries are thoughts that interpret in terms of the past. Does that make sense? So worries are literally based on what you've been through in your life, okay? Worries are, I don't know, for example, relationships is a good one because we all can probably like go with that. Relationships or trust issues. There's a lot of people out there that still have trust issues simply because one of the relationships went wrong. And it's just like, that's based on the past. Like, you can't be judging your whole life on what happened to you before. That's why a lot of people don't change. That's why a lot of people stay unhappy, unhealthy, in that mental state where it's like they wish for change, but they don't realize that they have to let go of the past or actually accept it, deal with it, and then make sure that, okay, cool, but now I'm in the present. I'm in the present moment, and my present moment is going to determine my future outcome, okay? That's what I said earlier. Make those decisions based on how you want your future to go. If you want to make more money, look for something where you can invest in and make more money. If it's something else, then go and find it and do it now so that in a year, you will be like, yeah, I did this because I made the decision, And also, the voice belongs to our conditioned mind, right? So that's why you have to reprogram your mind, which is the reason why last week I went over affirmations and writing down in your journal things that are negative and you should burn it or throw it away, right? Because that's what's conditioned in your mind. Some people have it even worse. They have like parents that told them, yeah, you're not good, you don't deserve this and stuff. And that's just what is in your brain, right? But we need to reprogram it. So tell yourself every day who you are. Remind yourself every day who you are, who you're going to be. Affirmations is a very, very powerful thing. So also, it is not uncommon for the voice of us, or the voice, like, basically it's not uncommon for your own voice to be your worst enemy. Okay? That's literally something we all go through, and we all exactly know what I mean with that. Your own voice can be your worst enemy, right? Because in the head, as I said, you might have some negative stuff going on in there, and that's holding you back, and it's holding you back for time, for years. And to free yourself, we have to listen to that voice, but not judge it, okay? You don't want to judge it. You just want to take it in and be like, okay, cool. That's a thought there, but I'm not accepting that. So that's the thing that I did with my eating disorder, right? I had these thoughts of something triggered me. Basically, something triggers you and then you want to do it. Then you want to eat. So whenever I had something triggering me and then feeling like, yo, okay, cool, like, I'm going to have a binge eating attack, you just don't. Take it in. Take that thought in and let it go. Like, it is what it is. Because now you are no longer energizing the mind through the identification with it. As I said, you are not your mind, okay? A lot of us are controlled by our own mind, but you want to get out of that. You want to be able to switch it and be like, yeah, okay, cool, nah, this is some fucked up shit that I'm telling myself right now. This doesn't make sense, right? And in this new state of connectedness, which is being more connected with self, being more connected with being, that's when you're going to be much more alert and more aware, okay? So literally, that is the mind identified state, is where you listen to your thoughts and literally take everything on board. If you're thinking about yourself that you're negative and you're like, oh, like you're ugly, and you're saying, yeah, I am ugly, that's where you don't want to be. Be still and get to your inner connectedness, where you're more aware and more alert of what's actually going on and what you actually are. Because we're all here for a reason, right? Like, we all have a purpose. We are born here for a reason. Like, we are all beautiful in our own way, and you don't need to compare that with no one, right? Don't compare yourself with anyone. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, but find out what really makes you you, what makes you unique, because that's the only power we really have, right? We are all different, and that's the beautiful thing. And I feel like more people need to realize that, guys. So in this state of interconnectedness, you also need to be fully present. And that's basically what it is, being fully present. Because the nice thing is it's going to raise your frequency and your energy field that gives life to your physical body. Remember, as I said, you know, we are spiritual beings in a physical body. Cool. There's frequencies and energies, and you want to make sure they feel good, right? That's what some people exercise. For some people, exercise is the best thing. For other people, praying is the best thing. For other people, meditating is the best thing. For other people, crystals, reading, dancing. For me, definitely, you know what I'm saying? We all have different ways to raise our vibrations and raise our frequencies, to feel good, to put it in a basic word, to feel good. We all have different things. But being fully present and being connected, it's going to give life to your physical body, okay? And you're going to feel good all the time. You're going to wake up, even if you're tired, you're going to wake up excited. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm doing this today. Like, let's get it, right? And that's the energy you want to be on, especially if you're in this business. Like, you want to wake up and be like, "Lo, let's go. Let's get it." Like, I ain't sitting around no more. What's up? Let's work. Like, you can't outwork me. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, let's get it. Who is that? Me? What? I'm here. That's how you want to feel, guys. That's how you want to feel. And it's like, everyone can do this. You don't have to look at, like, a famous person or like a chairman and be like, yo, like, their energy's so lit, like Matt Rose, oh my God. Bro, you can be that. There's nothing holding you back but yourself, right? But that was basically what I wanted to go over. I know it was a lot of things mixed in between here, there, but I hope you enjoyed it. I would open it up now for like a mastermind or questions. So if you do have any questions, feel free to talk. Does anyone have questions? Anything you want to share? Any questions? Anything you want me to go over? Anything that gave you like a breakthrough moment? Anything? Feel free to say it.
Naomi, you are amazing. That was so helpful. Honestly, it was so helpful. One thing I was going to ask you though is, how do you personally take negativity online?
First of all, thank you so much, and thank you for being on here, babe. How do I take negativity online? I think I always dealt with negativity just because, like, even growing up in Germany and looking the way I am, it's kind of like, okay, cool, like, I heard a lot of stuff, right? But definitely self-love, self-confidence, being sure of yourself and being like, yo, like, this is what I like to do. Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, this makes me happy. If it doesn't make you happy, that's not my problem. And we have to understand that, you know, anything negative that people say about you or to you are based on how they feel about themselves. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are not self-confident or are not self-aware or don't love themselves because they want to make you feel some type of way with saying something bad to you. And to me, that just shows me, like, anytime someone says something crazy, I'm just like, you're really not happy with yourself, innit? Like, I'll send you love and I'll send you healing because your energy can't come to me, you know? You just need to have that energy shield there and be like, I'll send you love because I know you need it right now. When someone goes off onto you, like, in a rant and, like, it's cussing and stuff like that, says some mad things to you, just step back and be like, yeah, all right, bet. This is what you think about yourself. This is not what you think about me, actually. But, you know, stay blessed. That's all you have to do. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Oh, I see something.
I don't have a question, but I would like to share something.
Yeah, do that.
So, obviously, so you know what happened with that girl, right? With all the stuff she was messaging me, and she's being horrible. And, you know, I journaled and wrote a letter to myself, just talking about how far I've come from when I was in that situation with that person to being at the point where now they're throwing everything they have at me, like every little thing that could possibly hurt me, and it doesn't move me at all.
Yeah, that's
just
good.
Because I've grown so much mentally, because I started to love myself, I started to grow within myself. I started to understand that that's a you problem. That's not my problem.
Exactly.
Your perception of things has nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
And I can only control my mind. I can't control someone else's. I can't control anyone else the way anyone else thinks. So as soon as I learned to let go, I'm still learning. Like, I still get a bit ticked off with things sometimes, but my reaction, what did Alicia say the other day? Don't react, reply.
Respond. Do you want to respond?
Respond, yeah. Don't react.
Is something
respond.
that, we just do right away. So it might be like someone is saying something crazy and you're just going to throw a punch. Like, that's a reaction, right? But you want to respond. You want to be like, okay, cool. I'm either going to respond and decide not to say something, or be like, yo, I'm not on this. Like, I'm not on the beef. Like, I'm not on the wall, right? Yeah, so respond.
Yeah, because I used to be that person where I very much would react. And, like, my hands will fly very, very quickly. I used to be that person where I would never really hit anyone first, but I was very prepared to to fight if I needed to.
Yeah, you was ready to go,
and
basically.
Once I grew mentally, I stopped having that reaction. Like, it was something I was praying about to God. Like, I don't want to be angry no more. I don't want to feel this way no more. I don't want to react this way. I don't want to be that person. And the change came when I changed, when my thought process changed, when my auto-suggestion process changed. And big ups to Tyrene, because you're the one that did the training on that. Jeez. And I remember listening to it, and I was just like, shit, like, this for real? I'm just like, wow. Like, I'd never heard of, like, auto-suggestion and things like that. So when you did that, I started to do more research, because I'm one of those people, like, I research every little thing. And I was just like, you know what? When I was writing my journal, I was just like, you know what? My auto-suggestion process has changed just by me actually researching what that is. And then we're like, okay, yeah, I need to do that too. So I've grown so much mentally. So, like, I can't stress the importance of everything that you've just said, because even if I know it, I still need to listen to it over and over again just so it sticks. So I know, like, all right, one day I'm going to be showing people this. One day I'm going to be talking to people about this, because this is what's changed my life.
Exactly.
And coming from a place where I've struggled with mental health issues, I've struggled with eating disorders, I've struggled with suicide multiple times. Like, I've come from an abusive home, I've been in multiple abusive relationships. Like, this, it means everything to me. Everything you said is like gold to me.
Oh,
like, if you gave me gold and you gave me everything you spoke about, I would rather take what you're teaching me instead of gold. Because to me, your mental health, like, you can't buy that. You can't buy spiritual stability. You can't buy mental stability.
It's true. And that's why so many people, like, even when it comes to, being rich or accomplishing all the goals that you want to accomplish, there's a lot of people that are still not happy, right? There's a lot of millionaires that are still not happy. So it's like, you don't want to be in that position where you think everything's going to be happy because you have the materialistic side, but really deep down, you're just nowhere near. Like, even a lot of musicians do that. Like, they have interviews and they're like, yeah, it's not really that nice. Like, yeah, I'm here now, but I still have issues I deal with. And you don't want to be at that point. You would at least you want to be in balance, right? But it's always better to feel good first and then get your goals accomplished. But thank you for sharing. I appreciate it a lot.
Oh my gosh, you had a question, but because I've gone on like a book buying rampage, can I answer it?
Yeah, I was about to answer, but yeah, which ones do you have?
Right, so I just got Asking It Is Given today, just got delivered. Asking It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. They're the same authors that wrote Law of Attractions. And then you've got Emotional Intelligence 2.0. That is also a brilliant book, because a lot of people aren't emotionally intelligent or don't have any emotional intelligence, so they don't know how to deal with people. Surrounded by Idiots, which is also a book which it also talks about personality types and things like that. What else? What other books can I recommend?
I think
The Power of Awareness, The Power of Now.
Are you finished?
Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, I've gone on a book rampage.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. Are you finished? Because basically, when it comes to like self-love or motivational books, I think you need to start with the level you're at, right? Like, all these books that she mentioned, they might be a lot. They might be like high level where you're like overwhelmed. You want to have something that eases you into it. So first, The Secret. If you already read that, then the second thing is The Power of Now. That's what I would say. But with self-love, I never read any books on self-love, just so you guys know. This is everything I'm telling you is based on experience. Like, because I've been through it. Because I set myself down and was like, okay, cool, what am I going to do now to feel better? And I think that's why I feel better sharing that, because I know, okay, cool, like, I've actually done this. I'm not just, like, reading out of a book to you. Like, yeah, I mentioned a few points out of a book, but this is all what I did. So, if you took notes, can you post them in the chat? Yeah, I'm a post. What did I say? The Secret. Lola, you can type yours up if you want.
Alright, yeah. Give me a second.
I was gonna say too, The 4 Agreements, I think by Don Miguel.
Yes, I just ordered that.
It's a really good book. I have that one now. I'm reading again.
My sister had it. I tried to steal it, and because I know when I asked her for a book, she says no. So I tried to borrow it, but she noticed that it went missing, so she's like, bring it back to the house. So I didn't get a chance to read it, so I had to buy my own. So I just bought it. I'm waiting for it to come. I'm literally like, it's like I basically sleep at my door now, waiting for the Amazon guy to come and deliver my stuff.
Girl. But yeah, The 4 Agreements is a small book, but it's good. It gives you like simple things to go with that you should do. But I would recommend read that book twice, okay? Because I read it in like, I think I read it in 2 days. And it is deeper than it seems. It seems very simple. It seems like very easy surface kind of thing, but you just want to really dive deep into it, right, and understand it. I would like to share something that I have realized. Yeah, of course, Shalina. Unmute yourself.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I was kind of sharing this, something that I realized having joined this. Like, one thing that I've spoken to Naomi about this already. I think I've spoken to you about it. I've noticed I've kind of had to learn through the video calls and watching all the seminars and everything and everyone speaking. I understand that, it's fine to have to work at your own pace.
Yeah, 100%.